Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Friha Askar, SS Computer at Divisional Public School and Inter College Sahiwal. Students, our last lesson was about paragraph formatting. We have discussed some options related to the paragraph formatting. Before starting our today's lesson, I want to take some preview of previous lesson. What is alignment? Students, alignment is the arrangement of text either on the left side of the page or on the right side of the page or in the center of the page. How can you change paragraph spacing? Students, you can set paragraph spacing by using paragraph dialog box which is available on the format menu. By using that paragraph dialog box, we can adjust paragraph spacing. We can also do this by using some short keys. What is indentation? We can indent a paragraph on the right side or on the left side. What is meant by first line indent? First line indent feature indents the first line of the paragraph. What is hanging indent? Hanging indent indents the whole paragraph except the first line. Students, today we will discuss some other formatting options. First of all, we can see that how we can change the font. In Microsoft Word, the term font is used to refer to the typeface of your text. And there are two ways to change the font. One is by using the menu and other one is by using font icon which is available on the formatting toolbar. Let's see how we can change font by using these two methods. Students, you can see this is the main screen of Microsoft Word 2003. There is some text written on this page. We can change font by using this font icon. For this, first we have to select the text. If we want to make the text Arial black, click on it. You can see, students, now your text is Arial black. If you want to apply another font, click on Arial rounded empty bold. Your font is changed now. In the same way, if you want to make it Times New Roman, just click on it and your text is now in Times New Roman font. Okay students, in this way we can change the font of text by using font icon which is present on the formatting toolbar. We can also do this by clicking on the format menu. Click on the font option. Font dialog box appears. Click on the font tab. Here you can see that different options of fonts available. If you can apply any one of the font, then click on it and press OK. In this way you can change the font of your text very easily. Students, we can make our text bold, underline, and we can italicize the text also. We can apply all these three options on a single piece of text. We can do this by following three methods. One is by using the menu. The other one is by using icons, bold, underline and italic icons which are available on the formatting toolbar. And third method is by using keys. Students, now we can make our text bold, italic and underline in Microsoft Word document. Okay students, let's select this Microsoft Office. We want to make these two words bold. Just click on the bold icon available on the formatting toolbar. We can also make this text italic. Click on the italic button. And if we want to underline it, click on the underline button. In this way, by using these three icons, available on the formatting toolbar, we make that text bold, italic and underline. We can make it through menu. Click on the format menu, choose font option, font dialog box appears, and you can see that here is italic bold option available, and you make your text italic and bold. Then click on the choose any of the option and then click on the OK button. Third method is through keys. Select this word, office. To make this text bold, press Ctrl and B keys together. You can see that this text is bold now. If you want to make it underline, press Ctrl and U keys together. You can see that this text is underlined now. And if you want to make this text italic also, press Ctrl and I key together. You can see that this piece of text is italicized now. Students, you can also change the size of font. Each font can be used in different sizes, and font sizes are measured in points, and a point is actually 1/72 of an inch. Students, you can also change the font size by two different methods. First method is you can change font size by using this font size icon, which is available on the formatting toolbar. First select the text, then apply some font size on it. I clicked 22 and its size is now 22. Second method is we can do this through font dialog box. Click on format menu, click on font dialog box appears, and you can see here size field is available. This is font size. Choose any of the size and you can click on OK. Select the text, click on format menu, choose font dialog box appears. Choose any of the font. As I choose here 16, I click on 16 and then click on OK button. You can see that your size is changed now. So in this way you can change the size of text. Students, you can also apply headers and footers to your document. Headers and footers are used to include some information about the document. For example, if you want to add page numbers, date, time, author name to your document, then you can insert headers and footers to your document. To access the header and footer option, go to the menu bar. To access the header and footer options, go to the menu bar, select view menu, and there is header and footer option available. Now we apply headers and footers to our Word document. Click on view menu, header and footer option available here. Click on header and footer, and you can see that here is header and footer dialog box appears. At the top of the page there is some space assigned for header, and at the bottom of the page there is some space assigned for footer. And students, by using this header and footer dialog box, we can insert some auto text here. For example, if you want to insert page number, click on it. You can see that there is page number inserted in the header. There are some other icons available on header and footer dialog box. This icon is used to insert page number. This icon is used to insert total number of pages. This is format page number icon. We can insert date through this icon. We can insert time through this icon. There is page setup available. Show and hide document text icon available here. And after adding important information to our document, click on close button. In this way you can see that page number inserted in header. Students, we can apply bullets and numbering to our text. We can apply bullets to a bulleted list in which the order of items is not specific, and for this we click on the bulleted list button which is available on the formatting toolbar. And a numbered list is in which the order of items matters. To create a numbered list, we click on the numbered list button which is also available on the formatting toolbar, and by pressing these buttons we can add bullets and numbering very easily. Students, you can see the Microsoft Word main screen. By selecting the text, we can easily apply bullets by clicking on this icon. You can see that bullet is applied, and if we want to apply numbering, then click on this numbering icon. You can see that numbering is also applied very easily. Students, there is drop cap option available in a Microsoft Word document. A drop cap is a large letter that begins a paragraph and drops through several lines of text. To add drop cap, first of all we have to place the cursor within the paragraph whose first letter will be dropped. Then click on Format menu, select Drop Cap option from the menu bar. The Drop Cap dialog box appears. From Drop Cap dialog box, select position and font of the drop cap, and also select the number of lines to drop and distance from the body text, and then click on OK button. Students, now we add drop cap to our paragraph in Microsoft Word document. Click on Format menu. There is drop cap option available. You can see here drop cap dialog box appears. Select one of the position of the drop cap. You can also select the font, lines to drop. For example, we selected 2 lines. We also select the distance from the text and then click on OK button. You can see that drop cap is applied to our paragraph, and this drop cap is applied to the first letter of the paragraph. We can apply this drop cap option very easily in Microsoft Word document. Students, we can also set page margins. There are 2 ways to change page margins. One is by using rulers and other one is by using page setup window. The ruler method is move the mouse over the area where the white ruler changes to grey. When the cursor becomes a double-ended arrow, click with the mouse and drag the margin indicator to the desired location. Release the mouse when the margin is set. And you can also change the margins through page setup dialog box. Let's see how we can change margins. Students, first we change margin by using the ruler method. Click on this gray area. Double-ended arrow appears, and now click on it and drag wherever you want to set the page margin. In the same way, you can also set the left page margin. Okay, in this way you can set the margins of your page. We can also change the page margins by using page setup dialog box. Click File menu. There is page setup option available here. You can see that page setup dialog box appears here. Click on Margins tab, and here the top margin field you can set the top margin. You can set left margin here. You can set bottom margin, and you can set right margin very easily through these fields. And in this way, by using page setup dialog box, students, you can easily set the margins of your page. Now click on OK button. You can see that page margins are available to our page of Microsoft Word document very easily. Students, you can also change the page size and orientation of the page. We can change page size through page setup dialog box. Click on the file menu, page setup option. Choose paper size tab from the page setup dialog box. Select proper page size, and you can also select the orientation, either portrait or landscape. Okay students, click on the file menu. Here page setup option available. Click on it. Click on paper tab in the page setup dialog box, and you can see that the width field and the height field adjust the paper size. You can adjust the paper size. And then click on OK button. Students, you can also change the orientation through this page setup dialog box. Click on margins tab. By default, the orientation is portrait. When we click on landscape, then its orientation will be landscape. You can see here, this is landscape orientation. Now we can change it to portrait. Click on OK. Now it's portrait orientation. Students, we can also insert page numbers as we inserted earlier through header and footer properties. We can also insert page number through another way by clicking on the insert menu and select page number option. We can easily insert page numbers in our Word document. This is Word document. Click on insert tab. Page numbers option, click on it. There is position field, position of the page numbers. Either you want to display your page number at the bottom of the page or at the top of the page. Just select any of the option. Then you can make your page number right align, left align, or in the center. I choose here option center, and now click on OK. Now page number is inserted at the footer and in the center of the page. Students, there are some special characters available on the screen, and these non-printing characters are useful when you are editing your documents. To display these special symbols, you have to click on the Show and Hide button, which is available on the standard toolbar. You can add special symbols very easily through this icon. Students, first of all, you create a document, then we edit that document, and then we apply some formatting options on that. Now our document is ready to print. But before printing a document, we want to take its print preview. The print preview button, which is available on the standard toolbar, shows our document that how it looks after printing. We can easily take a print preview of our document, and then by clicking on the print icon, which is available on the formatting toolbar, we can easily print our document. This is print preview icon, which is available on the standard toolbar. By clicking on it, we can see the print preview of our document. And to close this print preview, click on the close button. Now our document is ready to print. Click on the print icon, which is available on the standard toolbar. We can easily print our Microsoft Word document. That's all for today. Students, now it's time to solve assignment. What is meant by drop cap? Question number 2. What are the methods for changing the margins in a document? Question number 3. What is the use of print preview? Question number 4. How many orientations are available in MS Word? Question number 5. how to insert headers and footers in a Word document. Thank you.